Heron's Highlights. It's your boy Elijah, and this is our first video we have uploaded since the announcement of changing the channel from Fantasy Blitz to Heron's Highlights. Well, some news. Fantasy Playoffs is this week, so good luck to all those that are playing out there. In my 4 or 5 leagues, I'm in about 2 of them, so not too bad. Hopefully I can just walk away with a chip in one of them, and then all the other leagues that I'm not in, or not in the playoffs in, just don't get last place. That's the name of the game. It's as simple as that. But welcome to Heron's Highlights. We do things a little bit differently now. We're going to go over the highlights of the week. So right now we're getting into playoff contention, who clinches what, when and where, and essentially, what are the scenarios that each team each week needs to do, right? So it changes every week because wins and losses happen. So this week right now it is Denver, New England, and the Rams, the 3 best teams in football that can clinch a playoff spot. But with the teams that are already eliminated, Arizona, Atlanta, Cleveland, New York Giants, New York Jets, the Saints, the Raiders, Tennessee, and the Commanders, that's 9 teams that have been eliminated. Over a fourth of the league has been eliminated from the playoffs. So, and it's week 15, so there's still a lot of time to play, but not a lot of time left. So I feel like this is one of the closer playoff runs we've had in a minute, but some disappointing teams in that eliminated realm. I really say Atlanta is disappointing, and then Washington as well. If you had in Arizona, but Arizona's going to do Arizona things at times. That makes sense if you just kind of watch ball here and there. But very disappointing from the Falcons and the Commanders. But the Commanders have an excuse with Jaden Daniels being hurt. Falcons, they have no excuse. Pitiful season, and they are tonight's Thursday night matchup. I've got Tampa Bay money line minus 275. It's a little bit pricier, but not as much return, but it's okay. I think it's more of a lock. But plus 5.5 for Atlanta if you're looking for better value. I don't think that this Buccaneers team can blow out the Falcons, especially with Kirk Cousins under gun. Something about Tampa Bay apparently, according to Kirk. But the best games this week: Baltimore at Cincinnati, Buffalo at New England, Detroit at the Rams. Two of those 3 games have playoff scenarios in line. But my favorite game is Baltimore at Cincinnati because technically Cincinnati is still in the playoff race. Excuse me. It's going to take a lot for them to get into the playoffs, but it is what it is. If you're a Bengals fan, it's what happens when you have a rough start and your star player has turf toe. So what are you going to do about it? But I'm taking Baltimore for that game. I'm taking New England for the second game. And honestly, I'll take Buffalo. And then Detroit at the Rams. I'll take the Rams. I think the Rams honestly might do it this year. That's just my early prediction before the playoffs. So the clinching scenario, this is what the meat and bones of the video is. And it's really not as much because there's only 3 teams, and 2 of the 3 teams really kind of share the same destiny. And that's the Denver Broncos and the Patriots. If Denver wants to get in, they just need to win. Same for the Patriots. They also just need to win, as well as the Rams. So all 3 teams, if they win, they're in. Pretty simple stuff. But it gets a little bit dicier too. So there could be a Denver tie with Jacksonville loss, or a Houston loss with that tie. Denver ties, Chargers lose, or Denver ties, Indianapolis loses. Or more common one probably, Houston and Indianapolis lose in the same week. That would bump up Denver right away. Same for the Patriots. That would clinch them a spot if they somehow lose, but Houston and Indianapolis still lose as well. But really, if you're one of these 3 teams, or really any of these teams, just win your game and it looks like you're in. I think the one real team out of these 3 is the Rams. I'd go Rams, Broncos, Pats. I still think they're all great teams. I just think the Rams are a little bit better, a little bit more seasoned in the veteran/locker room area, and I just like their style of football. But all of them have great quarterback play. I think that might be the key. All right, well, that's it. I kind of cut myself off right away because I realized that's all that's on my sheet. But appreciate you guys. Heron's Highlights for the win. Really do appreciate y'all. God has blessed me with this opportunity just to have a little bit of a platform just to talk some ball. So y'all are the best. God bless and peace.